Hello and welcome to this new video from thebitspecial.com, how bits work and the curb bit. Just quickly, here's a couple of examples that you may be familiar with. We've got pelhams and we've got driving bits. So what are the principles of the curb bit? In the case of a curb bit, there is a leverage principle at work, and the force exerted by the rider pulling on the reins is amplified. Very simply, a curb bit can be pictured as a capital H, where the degree of the leverage exerted is dependent on the length of the sides of the H. How far up or down the mouthpiece is, i.e. how high on the bar on the H is, the more accurately the ratio between the purchase and the lower cheeks impacts the severity of the bit. Here we can see a diagram of how the curb bit functions. In response to the reins being pulled, the curb bit rotates approximately 45 degrees. The purchase, or the top of the cheek, moves forward, pulling on the cheek pieces and therefore exerting pull pressure. Depending on how tight the curb chain is, the pull action can happen earlier and be lighter, which is preferred. The curb chain tightening encourages relaxation of the lower jaw and poll. The mouthpiece puts pressure on the tongue and the bars. Therefore, all in all, the severity of the bit depends on the length of the cheek overall, the tightness of the curb chain, and of course the type of the mouthpiece that you use. Here are a list of some very general rules. I stress very general, however they're good rules of thumb. The purchase, as you can see in the diagram, the top part of the cheek is in general approximately 1 3/4 inches. This will keep the pull pressure to a minimum. The lower cheek length, it should be as short as possible, generally twice the size of the purchase, in which case that would be 3.5 inches. Therefore, generally, cheeks are 5 1/4 inches, although of course there are exceptions to that. Cheek size approximately mouth width, but not a hard and fast rule. Sensitive mouths need shorter cheeks and less leverage. And of course, correctly fitting your curb chain is really important. Thank you very much for watching this very brief video on the curb chain. If you would like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to ask us questions and you can get notified of all the latest new videos as and when we post them. You can also visit our website at thebitspecial.com.